Have you seen that? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Wow. I can't believe what a few dads can do with a few toilet rolls, little ones, big ones like this. We've got these monster, oh, this is a giant toilet roll. This is a carpet roll. We've got a load of those down there. And here we are. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable what you can pretend. It's unbelievable what you can do when you want to inspire kids, and that's what this is all about. Welcome back to Somerset. Welcome to Brookside Primary Academy, the home of old primary head Brian Walton and a fantastic team of people working with him and doing amazing work for young people. Community School of the Year a few years ago, Alternative Provision School of the Year. Just unbelievable what they get up to here. It's really, really great. And I've just heard, actually, every time this time of year, people think about the weather, don't they, for Glastonbury? They think, is the weather going to be good? Is it going to be sunny? Is it going to be muddy? And everybody's not going. Says, oh, great, it's going to be muddy, blah, blah, blah. Good luck to them. And here's the forecast for Glastonbury. Thunder and lightning and showers and rain. Oh, dear. That's not good, is it? That's not good. If you're running a streaming event, it's probably very good because it means that some people might come and see you. I just got this tip off actually by my man Malumba actually. See if I can get Malumba up on the screen here. Let's have a look. There he is. There's Malumba. Hello Malumba. How are you tonight?
Hello.
Oh, we can hear you. That's all good. You're right.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. It's all good. I can hear you, man. Well, the weather's looking a bit touchy, isn't it? What do you reckon to that?
Well, you know, I think the beauty of everything is that no matter what, our pyramid stage can withstand thunder, lightning, lots of rain and water. We're going to be absolutely fine. The forecast, rain or shine, on our stage is going to be magical, and that's all there is to it.
Well, I'm sorry, Matt. I don't know if you just saw the video there, but basically it's not finished. It's half finished. It ain't going to be finished in the morning by the look of it. They've got the sides up and they've got some of the cladding on. Yeah. I don't think it's going to get finished in the morning. Now you've got a workshop lined up, haven't you, in the morning? With who's that workshop with? The cardboard one?
William Alexander.
Will Alexander. Okay, tell us about that. In a nutshell,
well, he's going to come on and he's going to show us how to make things. Most importantly, how perhaps to build your own pyramid.
Okay, out of what? How are they going to be doing that?
Out of cardboard, of all things. Something that you can find in your own house very easily, very cheap, but make things that are exquisite and look expensive. So it's going to be quite a good time.
Okay then, that's a good call. So tomorrow, everybody, save those toilet rolls because we've got an amazing cardboard modeler coming in. He's built ice cream vans. He's actually going to do it inside a London tube train that he's built out of cardboard. That's about 10:30. I'm going to tell you about everything. You've got plenty of stuff to get on with, Malumba. Do you want to crack on with that? Do you want to?
I will indeed.
Lovely to see you. I'll speak to you later on.
To tomorrow.
We've got a lot to do. I know you've got a lot. You've done a great job. Catch you later. Cheers, mate. Bye-bye. So we don't want bad weather. We want everybody to have great weather because the whole weekend that we're talking about here, your Glasgow weekend, is for indoors and outdoors. This isn't just glued to your screen at home. This is getting ideas, getting inspiration and getting out, because we want people to make pyramid stages out of cardboard tubes, the big ones like that or the little ones. And we want kids to make dens. Chatting to Brian Walton, actually, we'll see if we can catch up with him later on, but he was saying that this is the sort of education a lot of kids need to be able to play and use their imagination. I made a den out of a ladder and an old blanket when I was a kid. So that's what this is all about. We want to get those kids making. We're going to build a pyramid stage, and if you go to festivals, you'll know that at a festival like Glastonbury, all the really cool stuff isn't on main stage. That's just this tension-grabbing Oasis versus Jay-Z or whatever arguments that fills the papers up. All the cool stuff's in the fields outside. And what we're doing is bringing all that cool stuff and sticking it in the pyramid stage, because we want the pyramid stage to be like an art gallery. We want that to be not just the world's biggest art gallery this weekend. There's so much stuff going on inside it. But we want you to make an art gallery so that as you engage with us and as your kids make things and you make things, you can hang them in your own pyramid stage. And if you build a big one in your garden, because the weather's going to be good, let's face it, it's going to rain tonight, but it will dry out, and I hope our pyramid stage can withstand a bit of rain. You can sit in that tomorrow night, get a bottle of Merlot, Chris Dyson, sit down there and watch tomorrow night's entertainment, which is going to blow the roof off anybody's house or garden shed or pyramid stage. You could sit and watch it on your screen in your pyramid stage. How cool would that be to build a pyramid stage and watch the show inside it? So anyway, I think you get the idea. So the special thing about this, really, to be honest with you, is that this is all about you. And it's all about you and kids and everybody getting involved, because we've not got a full schedule. We want people to get in touch, go to our website, sign up and say, I want to play the ukulele, I want to play the guitar, I want to tell some jokes, I want to show my art, because this is by the people, for the people, with the people. By you, for you, with you, because it's your Glasto. And can't stress that enough. Nothing without you. We want to put you on that stage, and that's what we're going to be doing. Now we're kicking off tomorrow. Check this out. We are live, absolutely live and direct, tomorrow morning from 10 o'clock on BBC Radio Somerset. Check that out. So we are going to be, and we're not just doing that. We're not just going on and telling them about it. We are going to launch a dynamite rocket from your Glasto. We're going to launch a dynamite rocket, and look where it's going to land. This is what happened the last time we did this.
20 seconds and counting. T-minus 15 seconds. Guidance is internal. 12, 11, 10, 9. Ignition sequence
7,
start.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whoa! Can you see that? So that's a mum in London with her 2 children, watching a rocket being launched in London. Whoa. And look where it lands. Unbelievable. You can't believe this. Look, these 2 lads here are on the Seacroft estate in Leeds, and they've just wondered where that rocket's going to land, and there it is. Because their mum's Leanne, and she's a mum that builds cranes out of scraps of wood. She made that rocket, and she dropped it and filmed it. And what we want you to do, we want all of you to make a paper rocket tonight. I'm not going to share it today. Just roll some paper around a broomstick and film it landing in your yard, and then we'll get loads of films in, and we'll be able to edit them together and show that we've launched a rocket from Central HQ. It's gone up and spread the love, spread the inspiration, spread that fantastic sensation of your Glastonbury, of the Glastonbury vibe. And we can't thank Michael Eavis, Emily Eavis, and the team up there, Robert Richards, and all the people at Glastonbury. They're flat out doing what they're doing with the BBC, and maximum respect to them, but we're grateful to them for letting us do this, because we're screening on thin ice here, and this is about everybody coming together. As we come out of lockdown, we come together for our communities, and that's really what we're aiming to do here. What's it all about? Well, it's basically a celebration of our art, of creativity, tools, or technology in people. That's what we see art as being, to be quite honest with you. We've got a fantastic weekend up. We've got Lenny's Day tomorrow. Now, Lenny is an 8-year-old lad from Sheffield. Cerebral palsy. Some things are a bit of a challenge in life, but my goodness, you want to see that boy play the piano. He's had thousands of views on his Twitter feed, and he is going to be playing on the Pyramid stage, headlining tomorrow night. How cool's that? We've got a big Black Lives Matter thing going on. We've got a fantastic jazz symphony, which has just been premiered 2 days ago. We're going to be showing that and meeting the director, loads of stuff. I'm not going to bore you with all the details. Actually, I'm going to bore you with that. I'm going to go back a moment, actually. Let's go back. Because Saturday's Gems Day. Gem's a mum in Lancashire, little Wirral around that way, Cheshire. And she's got a fantastic little girl, Marta, and she's been doing a whole journey with Twitter. And it's just great. So we're going to be seeing her on Saturday. But Saturday's not just Mum's Day, it's Dad's Day, it's Creative Carers Day. It's anybody of that generation who cares about kids, cares about creativity, and cares about all our futures. And then Sunday is Tony's Day. Tony's a granddad. I think he's lost track of the number of grandchildren Tony's got. But Tony runs the biggest free art festival in the world for children. The world's biggest free art festival. Every year he runs that. He's been doing it for 25 years because it's called Kidsfield at Glastonbury. And Tony Cordy is our saviour. He's our saint. He's our hero on Sunday. And he's going to inspire all the other grandparents to do stuff with their kids and to do half of what he does. And that will make the world a fantastically much better place. Tony's flat out with the BBC and with Glastonbury and those guys doing their stuff. But we've got his support, and he's going to be Skyping in on Sunday. These are the things we're going to be doing. Community activism, art activism, eco-awareness. We're going to be looking at slow food. We're going to be looking at making. We're going to do a chain reaction with lots of gadgets and fantastic stuff there. We've got 1,000 people doing a drum circle, collaborative music with Tom Morley. We have got we're not doing lots of education, but we've got 2 really cool things. In fact, 3. We've got Daniel Schindler of Sunday Night. We've got Nina Jackson, who's just brilliant. And, well, I'm going to tell you about that probably in a minute. And we've got a really cool guy. Song of the Day. You're going to have to find out what they are. And we've got a beer festival. I'm going to tell you about that just very quickly now. This is going to be amazing. The beer festival. We are delighted that the Co-op have chipped in a few beers for a few key people in the Brewhead, although everybody's a key person in Brewhead because it's a grassroots organisation by the people for the people. We're going to publish a list of 8 beers. We want you to go out and get them from the Co-op. Some of them are exclusive to the Co-op, and I love this Punk IPA. I had some of that the other night, spot on. In fact, I've still got this box somewhere, haven't I? Yeah, there we go. Look. I actually managed to scoff a whole box, and it lasts very long, these little ones. So that's what we're doing. We're doing free beer with the Co-op, and some of those are Brewdog beers, different breweries, but a lot of them are exclusive to the Co-op. They've got a really good craft beer offer. And basically we're going to do samplings through the weekend, so that's that. going to be fantastic. I'm really looking forward to that. I had a chat the other night with Brian Walton, actually, who's the head teacher here, talking about what all this means to the kids having something like this in the playground. Let's have a look at that. Amazing.
Doing this as part of the play experience, you know.
Well, that'd be
Because
great.
when we kind of work it out, if you work out, you know, the amount of time that children spend outside in a normal week, it's hours and hours and hours. So if they can kind of be creative or use that time in a constructive sort of way, where they're kind of masters of their own destiny in some ways, that they're in control of it, so they're not being kind of, you know, it's not completely being dictated to. They learn a lot, usually from their mistakes.
And these experiences,
most of the things fall down to begin with.
and these experiences, a lot of kids aren't getting at home, of course, as well, isn't it? They don't get that free play in some settings.
There was a whole thing around play at home. I think that the Play for England or something did something this week where they talked about their concern about, you know, that element of play. But, you know, it does need thinking about.
Talk about play. So that's Brian there. It would have been quite good if I'd played that video earlier, wouldn't it? But basically that's the video about the idea of giving kids access to things like dens and bits of pipe and helping them make things and using their playtime constructively and not just sort of being soldiers around the playground. This guy here is an utter legend. This is Chris Sullivan, and he's doing a thing called the Fire Pit Chats every night. So he's got some really cool people coming in. He's got chaps like this. So this is Rob Elms coming in, who's a BBC radio presenter, 6 days a week, used to work on The Face. He's done amazing work. John Mitchinson, who runs the Unbound self-published book company. Don Letts, who did all the films for The Clash, he's coming in, super cool guy, works on, is involved, I believe, with Brent 2020. Pam Hogg here, who's a fantastic fashion designer. Little Lenny, who I mentioned earlier, who's going to play some tunes. And this young lady, Emily Capel, who's been called the adopted daughter of Billy Bragg. And I'm hoping she's going to do some Billy Bragg stuff for us, because Billy's busy up the road with Glastonbury and the official people. And then these two utter legends, Glenn Matlock, co-founder of the Sex Pistols, and Earl Slip, because we've got a bit of a punk thing going on here, because I'm an old punk, I'm in my 50s, and I remember the Sex Pistols and the Clash and all these bands, Boomtown Rats, Bob Geldof, trying to change the world with their art and creativity. And a lot of people think that punk was a narrow genre of music, a particular form of rock music, if you like. Well, maybe it was punk rock, but we're not talking about punk rock, we're talking about punk attitude. An attitude to want to change the world, to use your creativity and make the world a better place. And so we're calling on old punks, granddads, a lot of them now, some of them late dads like me, I suppose. We're asking them to step up and help us inspire Punk 2.0. Talk about inspiring people. We've actually only got Danny Rampling, who invented the rave. He went to Ibiza in the 80s, came back and started Shoom, and literally is one of the world's top 10 DJs. Off the scale. So he's doing an exclusive dance mix for us tomorrow night. And if you want to be in on that, get yourself a green screen. What's a green screen, I hear you say? Well, that's a green screen. Get yourself a green screen like that, and then we can mix you and put you on the dance floor dancing while Danny is DJing in the background. Going to be unbelievable. We've got this guy, Charlie Phillips, from the Windrush generation. He went to the first Glastonbury. He's been went for 40 years. We've got this other legend here, Ed Finch from Brew Ed, because Brew Ed is all about that bit we've got in common. And I've given Ed a job I'd have loved, but a job that I don't envy him doing as well, because he's going to have a conversation with really quite a feisty character, actually. This guy here is David Rodriguez, who's an American hardcore anarchist, education progressive. I mean, people talk about progressives over here. This guy's in the Miners Factor. He's really quite interesting. I've never really seen him speak publicly. He's got some stuff on the internet, so that's going to be great. I've been trying to get somebody, if you like, if he's prog, if you like, the traditionalist side of it. But I think one thing we do want to say here is this is about that 80% that we've all got in common. So whatever David rants and raves about, you can bet that he's got 80% in common with somebody like Catherine Birbalsingh, who's considered to be more of a traditionalist in her education. We've popped a tweet out to her tonight to ask her if she'd join us tomorrow night. That's about 4:30, but we haven't heard back on that, but not to worry. And then we've got this utter legend as well, Mark Anderson. That's a cheeky photo. Hope he doesn't mind me showing that one. Winnie Greer, our favourite singing science teacher, she's going to do some singing. Talk about amazing music and teachers. Nina Jackson, off the scale, she's going to do, I've seen this lady speak 2 or 3 times. I've seen her run workshops where people get involved. It's going to be off the scale amazing. Love Nina. So that's a kind of cheeky preview, if you like. All it needs is you. We did actually get hacked last night. I should probably show you this. It's a little bit nuts. But basically, we kind of lost control of the system slightly. Let me just see what channel I need to get that to. I need to get that to there, don't I? So I'm going to show you what happened last night, actually, when we got hacked by this character here. We've got these 2 lads. Do you know who those 2 lads are?
Gosh, they look familiar, Nick. Come on, you know, tell me more.
We've only got Martin and Gary Kemp from Spandau Ballet.
No, come on, you're having me
Now,
on.
I've got a job for you, John. I don't know if you can make this happen. But I don't know if you know much about Spandau Ballet, and you probably know them from EastEnders more than Spandau. But basically, what I want LGFL. I've got a bit of a mission for LGFL because I saw on Friday we're going to play a song, "I'm Still Standing," which was done by Telford Pryor, and basically a school sang "I'm Still Standing." Somebody told Elton John about it. Elton John did a little film. I want to do one better than that. I want LGFL, because I know I've seen some of the videos that Bob Usher and the team are doing. I want you to find an LGFL school that could do a Spandau song. Now, cut a long story short, I don't know. I think there's one song. I mean, what would you say?
Gold. It's got to be gold.
Do you reckon? Do you think that's the one? Do you think you could pull that off? Do you think by Saturday night you could go out and get an LGFL school, get Bob, I don't care what Bob's got on his plate, get him out with his camera. Do you think you could make that happen?
Yeah, listen, we can make it happen. We want to make it happen.
You're serious? I know you're. I don't. This isn't sort of. We're after Watershed now. Pretty ballsy language, but John Jackson, do you think you could make that happen?
We can make it happen.
Okay. Well, I'm going to make something happen now because I'm going to press that button there, and I'm going to press that button there. And if you move a little bit along to the left, John Jackson, or the right, let's say keep going a little bit further and stop there. Bit too far. Come back a little bit and a little bit lower. You've gone too far now. A little bit across again. A little bit across again. A little bit across again. Just a little bit more. A little bit more. About get through. I'll give up on that. But did you see what happened there? Basically, John Jackson Skyped in. So everybody says, "Oh, it's like Zoom online comp." This is nothing like Zoom. Right? Forget Zoom. This is on another level. I've got an 8-channel vision mixer here. I've got 6 laptops in front of me, cameras, lights, the whole thing. And basically, if you dial in or Skype in to your Glasgow this weekend, we can, with a green screen behind you, as I've got here, as you can see here. Oops, that's the wrong camera, that one. So I'm just in front of a green screen at the moment. So if you've got a green screen like that, Skype in, as John did, and we can put you in the middle of the action. Now, I don't know if I'm going to... John's been very, very generous to us, supporting us. I hope this isn't going to blow it by showing you exactly what happened later on, just as the Arts Council CEO took over. We've got these two lads. Do you know who those two lads are? Oh, wrong video.
Go.
Oh, I went to the wrong one. Oh, here we go. Let's try this one. Is this the one? Yes. After that, Rockstar activator Tom Morley led a co-drum circle with hundreds of people all over the world. And we had a couple of great late night dance parties where people could Skype in with a green screen background and end up on the dance floor. As the CEO of the Arts Council has said,
let's ask, what if? Let's start a creativity revolution.
Let's create our Glasgow, my Glasgow, your Glasgow. You've got to love John Jackson, haven't you? Isn't that the sort of CEO that you really want to be working for? Just fantastic. Got to love him. So we've got a lot going on. We're going to be updating the programme. We're going to get this up online for the mornings. You can download that, send it out to your communities. We've got loads of great prizes. We've got a £500 robot we're going to be giving away over the weekend. So if you want to win that, and that's going to be won by a child on Sunday making cardboard robots. So tomorrow making cardboard pyramid stages, and in a theatre company going to talk about theatre and drama and get the kids making. Saturday we're making James Bond spy gadgets because we've got 3 signed books by Anthony Horowitz, if you know him. He's signed 3 copies of his latest book for us, Nightshade. So we've got 3 of those to give away if you make a James Bond gadget with cardboard. And then Sunday, we want people making rockets, robots. So if you make a good robot, you could win JD and take JD home. And that's an artificial intelligence robot that connects to the internet, and with its camera, it can take your photo and then tell you how old you are off the scale. So that's going to be brilliant. And we've also got an amazing guy, Chris Riddell, who's the Guardian's, the Observer's political illustrator. And the other day, he sent me some pictures he did the last time we got involved, and these are the drawings. He actually did these drawings for us live at lunchtime on the Sunday, and he's just agreed to come in and do it again. So the art of loo rolls, some beautiful art, and we're going to be giving all of these away as prizes for everybody who does a drawing on Sunday. Can get a chance to win a Chris Riddell illustration. And okay, those are the pretty ones. Here's Chris Riddell when he was a little boy drawing on the wall, getting into trouble with his mum. But he is the political editor, so we need some political editors, don't we? So check that out. Shitty Shitty Bang Bang. I'm struggling to move around here. Here we go. Shitty Shitty Bang Bang. Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's Dominic Cummings. We had a bit of a Dominic Cummings moment. So there's Dominic Cummings, Boris Johnson saying, stay safe, save lives, whatever you do, don't mention Cummings or Brexit. So spot on. And there's another one as well. I'm going to have to keep some of these, I'm afraid, for my own wall. Sack Cummings, absolutely wonderful. So we're going to be raffling those off on Sunday. So if you want to win those, you just got to do a bit of drawings, share your work, and then you can win a Chris Riddell original. So that's where we're at, that's where we're going. Kicking off tomorrow morning, BBC Radio Somerset, live and direct, 10 o'clock, launching a rocket. We're launching a weekend of activities, by you, for you, with you, because it's your Glasgow. We've got a lot of work to do tonight. We've got to try and finish that pyramid stage off. If we don't, hopefully the kids can help us and we'll have it up. As long as we get it up for tomorrow night for the big performances, that's what matters. Thanks very much for checking in. I'm going to leave you with this little summary of everything that's going on. Thanks for your support. Do tell your friends, do tell your families. Find us on website, find us on YouTube, find us on Twitter. Thanks very much. Here we go. I'm just a dad, and I passionately believe that the future for our children, our communities, and our country lies in one thing: creativity. It can inspire our kids in their learning. It can create careers and connect communities. 10 years ago, after a trip to a festival, Camp Festival, I went back to my son's primary school and started a non-profit community enterprise called STEAMco with other parents, teachers and local businesses. We ran mini creativity festivals. STEAMco helps connect our kids with their art and our communities with their schools. Last weekend in that same playground, I filmed an amazing set by the legendary Glenn Matlock, co-founder of the Sex Pistols, and amazing global rock star Earl Slick, who used to play with David Bowie. It will be their performance at an event we've just been given permission to run in the playing fields of a school just down the road from Glastonbury. We're calling it #YourGlasgow. It's one of 5 free 3-day Art of Community festivals that we're running all summer with the help of the Arts Council and funding from the National Lottery. Our first one was live streamed from Eden Project at the end of May and featured inspiring talks, uplifting performances, creative activities and community engagement. We had a fantastic performance by the blind and disabled young woman Kerpa from Leeds. We had a great Saturday night set from Emily Capel, and Gaz Mayer even Skyped in from his hideaway in Wales. We had a right old laugh watching Rosemary Schrager teach Levois to cook, and we all split our sides with Basil Brush.
Technology is an amazing thing.
Punk icon Jar Wobble chatted with a grandad in Liverpool. On Sunday we had a little big lunch, and after that rockstar activator Tom Morley led a co-drum circle with hundreds of people all over the world. And we had a couple of great late night dance parties where people could Skype in with a green screen background and end up on the dance floor. As the CEO of the Arts Council has said,
Let's ask, what if? Let's start a creativity revolution.
Let's create our Glasgow, my Glasgow, your Glasgow. Oh no, what have they done? What on earth is this? That's not what we ordered. Hey mate, what are you doing?
Whoa, what are you doing, mate? It's out of that area.
Oh, sorry, I've got a helmet, hang on. I mean, what are you doing setting up a scaffold pyramid stage?
Well, I've got my paper here to come here and deliver it. Really? Yes.
Well, you've got to take it down.
Take it down.
We wanted one made out of old cardboard boxes and loo rolls to inspire our kids to be creative. We want them to make their own at our Your Glasgow Festival next Friday.
Right, okay. Don, we've got to take it down. We're going to be all day. We're going to have to hurry up then because I want to get on and watch football tonight.
Thanks, guys. Wow, that was a close one. Hopefully those guys can take that down now, but I don't know what we're going to do about cardboard. Let me see if I can get hold of Malumba. Oh, there he is.
I just saw what happened on Twitter. That's hilarious. I'm looking forward to what we're going to do with all that cardboard.
Well, we've got to make a stage out of cardboard. Do you remember that? Well, who was that guy you had on last week? Who made
Will Alexander? Yes, absolutely.
Can you get him in on Friday, and he can show the kids how to make pyramid stages out of out of cardboard tubes like this, toilet roll holders, cardboard boxes, anything like that. And even maybe some of the kids can get some of these big cardboard tubes from the carpet warehouses. There's one just down where I am, and you could make you could make one in the garden and actually have your lunch in that, and maybe have a performance or a band in there.
We're gonna have a whole cardboard Glastonbury event kind of thing.
Well, fantastic. And I think that the Pyramid Stage at Glastonbury is a place for music, but we could redefine it almost. It's a place for all sorts of art. Kids could play music. We've got a theatre company coming in, and they're going to talk to the kids about making theatre and writing plays. If kids do a small one, they can make little characters. We've got a stop motion animation company who can show them how to make little films. We've got Adobe Premiere to do video editing. I think that's going to work quite well, don't you?
Absolutely. The possibilities are endless.
And the other thing we need people to be getting ready for, Malumbo, we need people to be art activists next weekend. We're going to do loads of workshops about art activism, which is changing the world with your art. And we want people to download this A4 sheet off our website, #ILoveArt, draw a heart logo in there. Have you been doing any of these? Because you were going to do some, weren't you?
Absolutely. I've got one right here.
Oh. Wow, fantastic. My Glasgow. So can we print some of those onto T-shirts that people can use?
We can print as many as you want, and I'd love for people to be wearing them, expressing their love for not only Glasgow, but for the community, for the people on the street, especially in these times.
Brilliant. And if people take a photo holding their I Love Art sign, send it in, #ILoveArt, #YourGlasgow. We'll look out for 2 or 3 of those every day, and we'll print some free T-shirts and send them out. But if you don't want to risk it, we've got a whole load of T-shirts here. We're going to print these up with Malumba's design and any others that we can get, and you can buy these from our online store. And if anybody wants to do a poster, do one of these big posters, I Love Art posters. These are 3 guys from down, guys and girls from down at the Tabernacle in Notting Hill, where we also met this Glasgow legend, Charlie Phillips, who came to England years ago in the Windrush generation and is the Windrush generation official photographer, if you like. And he took photos at the first ever Glastonbury when he went down there with Arabella Churchill, who's Winston Churchill's granddaughter or niece, I think. Can't remember the connection. Wow. So if people want to print those posters, you can send the artwork off by midday and get them back the next day from a company called Solo Press. Or we're going to put a link on the website for how you can do it by just printing lots of sheets of A4 and sticking them together, because we don't need to be spending money. We can celebrate creativity and art without spending an awful lot of money. What do you reckon to that, Malumba?
This all sounds really great, Nick. It's going to be really a week.
Dropping in your Glasgow, by you, with you, for you. Be part of it with your art. Sign up for information, to speak, to sing, or to help us in any way.